My name is Sean Coulter. I became a volunteer with the Y after I had my son 9 years ago. I've always been involved with the Y for myself, but once I had my child, it gave me a different kind of interest as far as helping children, helping developing kids, and helping become better individuals. I do it because it was given to me as a child. I was fortunate to play college basketball and abroad in New Zealand, so it gives me opportunity to give back to kids, and I noticed that students who are involved in sports become better leaders. They understand teamwork, they understand friendship, and they just become better people.
I felt like volunteering this summer made me feel like I was more empowered and I could do more. So especially when I'm going off to college, it makes me feel like, oh, I can take what I learned through leaders and through that summer and take it out into my college area.
When I'm volunteering at after school, I mostly help them pass out the snacks, keep the kids under control, help the kids with homework, interact with them when they're playing games, just do extra help whenever they need it. I love it when the kids say that they miss me or that they love hanging out with me. It just makes me happy knowing that I've impacted their life somehow. There's teenagers out there willing to help. There's not teenagers here just goofing around and messing around, just doing whatever they want to. No, there's teenagers here that want to help.
For our program to be strong is to have volunteers, that volunteer coaches, whether that be a volunteer ref, referee, and then having a team parent, having that team parent be able to talk to the other parents, being that communicator. That's very important for our program. Our program can't run without volunteers. Volunteers are very important. So we have great coaches, great team parents, great refs. These people care about what we do, what we offer to the children, and I always remind them that without them, we wouldn't be able to serve these families. And I understand volunteers get nervous about, oh my God, I got all this task, I got to do this and do that, and it's really not a whole lot to it, but that's where I come in and help them, give them the guidelines and stuff like that, and just really encourage them and just let them know that you are making a difference in somebody's life. So, very important.
KinderSwim is the kids from Kinder Camp who come down to the pool, and we teach them about water safety and teach them how to swim, be more confident in the water. And after school initiative is where we take all the kids from different programs after school and bring them here, and they do the same thing as Kinder Camp kids, learning the safety lessons, learning how to swim, be more confident, and also make lots of friends.
Well, our KinderSwim program and our after school initiative there was a lot of children that just can't get swim lessons, whether they can't afford it, whether the parents just don't enroll them. As you know, that water makes up 71% of the world. So children are 100% curious. And so as parents, we need to think about what can we do to make our children safe around water. We forget about some other things. We worry about make sure you cross the street, make sure you wash your hands with soap and water, make sure you brush your teeth, but we forget about that safety around the water. This year alone, we've had 12 drownings in North Carolina. 7 of them were children. Of the 5 that were left over for adults, 2 were parents trying to save their children. I can recall a story about 10 years ago when I was lifeguarding at a pool where I used to live in upstate New York, and a little girl had strayed real close to the deep end, and she had snuck under the rope, and it only took a second, and then she was under. And I remember we brought her out, and we started CPR, and probably the look on her face after her eyes opened and she started talking is the best look I'll ever remember. I mean, I must have shook for 3 days after that, just thinking about that. And I get kind of emotional about drownings, because again, one drowning is one too many. So that's why we really want to teach kids how to swim, especially if you get them when they're at a young age. We can't change the attitude of the older adult who goes out in his boat and he drinks a little too much and then falls off his boat. We can't change it. We can do flyers, we can do statistics and say to him, don't do that, but he's already set in his ways. Whereas a child that are kindergarten, we can get to them young and we can change their ways.